恐竜戦隊 Zyuranger!
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 16 of my Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger episode reviews and commentary. This time it is The Great Sneeze Plot, a boy-centered episode this time around. So, before I say too much and start saying my thoughts on the thing, let's get into the episode. The episode opens with Boy cooking up a meal in the temple. The Rangers are all waiting for his pepper steak, but when he serves it to them, the Rangers make it clear they don't like his cooking, causing Boy to get angry and run off. May chases him, saying they didn't mean it, but he wants to be alone, so he goes to relax near where some kids are playing football. On the pitch, the kids start ganging up on one boy, who responds by kicking a load of balls at them until they kick him off the team. Leaving, he kicks another ball that ends up hitting Boy. Instead of apologising, he says it's Boy's fault for sleeping there. Walking off, he says the other kids don't know how strong his kicks are, as a clown approaches him and removes a ball from its stomach, getting the kid to kick it at his former teammates. It explodes, covering them with confetti and causing them to sneeze uncontrollably. As the kid goes off with the clown, Boy goes to help, and he ends up sneezing as well. Back up on the moon, Bandora starts a musical number about the kids sneezing until they die. On Earth, the clown is producing a bunch of balls for the kid and getting him to kick them at as many other children as possible, making them all sneeze uncontrollably, with many being admitted to hospital. The Rangers find a burst football at the field and realise it must be the sneeze-causing virus, and Bandora must be behind it. Meanwhile, Boy is hiding in some bushes watching some kids play football, when he sees the rude kid from before turn up and kick a golden ball. He leaps into action, catching the ball in mid-air before asking why the kid's doing it, and saying it will cause panic. The kid doesn't care and runs off. With Boy chasing him, he returns to the clown. He proceeds to make a whole load of golden balls and gets the kid to kick them at Boy, who proves to be an excellent goalkeeper, catching every one of them until the very last one hits the wall behind him and explodes. The other Rangers are out on their bikes and see the golden dust from the road. They race on in. Boy is sneezing away as he is confronted by the clown, which turns into a ball and tries to hit him, before it turns into a giant plant monster called Dora Endos. Dora Endos proceeds to attack Boy until he lands on a water pipe, which makes the monster recoil from the spray. Boy tries to use that to his advantage, but is thrown into a river and is carried away. The other Rangers arrive looking for Boy and find Dora Endos, along with Grifforza, Buckback and Totterpat. Transforming, the Rangers fight against the monsters and Bandora's golems. Meanwhile, Boy is being swept downriver while still sneezing, and the kid following along the bank of the river. The other Rangers are struggling in their fight against Grifforza, but it's stopped by Dora Endos, who starts shaking and releasing the sneeze virus, affecting not only the Rangers, but the other monsters who fade away. Endos reveals his whole body is made of the virus, and if they destroy him, it will spread across the whole city. Back at the river, the kid is able to reach Boy and pull him to safety, while apologising for doing such a bad thing. Boy realises his sneezing has stopped because of the water, and flashes back to Dora Endos' reaction to the burst water pipe. As he rushes to join the other Rangers, Dora Endos is taunting them to destroy him. Bandora throws down her wand to make her monster grow, it starts to spread the virus across the whole city. Boy rejoins the others and they call the guardian beasts. Boy takes control and tells Dan to trap Doroendos, getting him to use the Tricera horns and chains, then explaining the monster's weakness is water. He gets Goosh to freeze the monster solid. Before Geki uses Tyrannosonic attack to destroy the monster. Later, back at the football field, the Rangers watch all the kids playing football together as a team. Okay, welcome back. So that was a bit of a weird episode. Yeah, it's a bit of a stuck-up kid of the week who thought he was better than all his mates until he realised that he was making everyone suffer, and then helped Boy and they all let him back again. More forgiving than most kids I remember from when I was a kid. But yeah, this one sort of develops Boy a bit more. You sort of realise he's the most childlike out of the 5 Zyurangers. Obviously he tries to cook. I'm still not 100% sure if they actually were joking around about his cooking or if they really didn't like it. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But again, it's a little bit of character development. He is the childish one. He does seem to be the youngest one. He wants to prove himself for like the sake of his tribe. Because I think there is a point in it. I don't think I included it in the bit you just watched. But he's like, oh yeah, let's show him that like the Dime tribe or whatever it was can do this as well. But it's also obviously an episode about teamwork, because the 4 Rangers together can't do anything until Boy comes back, because Boy's the one who's realised it. And he uses, obviously he doesn't use May at all, but Boy gets Dan to use the Triceratops, getting the horns to shoot out and entangle it, getting the mammoth to freeze it, and then Geki to destroy it, although it doesn't like shatter anything, it just fades away. I think we've only seen that like once or twice where they just fade instead of blowing up. But yeah, it was a good, fun episode. I mean, the whole clown like belly expanding, popping out a ball, belly expanding, pop. That was a nice little trick. Obviously, trick photography used for that, but you know, it's still pretty good. Boy would do amazing in the World Cup for Japan. He'd definitely be there, like saving all the goals. Also, I mean, I actually have like checked this one out on the Power Rangers side of things. I think it was no clowning around the episode. But there's no sneezing in it. Well, actually there is. But they call the monster Pine Octopus, like a cross between a pineapple and an octopus. And it basically turns Trini's cousin into a cardboard cutout. Who they save just by pouring a bit of water on her. I guess they had to do something to keep Trini away from the others, like because obviously Boy wasn't with the main team when they were fighting Pine Octopus. But yeah, it's good. I mean, we've now had, you know, character development for Goose, we've had it for Boy. I think it was it Dan in the early episodes that was like trying to like chase down like the girls. I think May, we know she's a princess and didn't really have much other than like a bit of background on her weapon when they're up against Dora Ladon, I want to say. I mean, again, like some of the Power Ranger names are just easier, like Snizzard, Snake Lizards, just easier to remember. But yeah, it was an insane episode. Obviously, it's one of those ones that obviously has like the meaning, like the moral lesson, because it was, teamwork. Teamwork is good. Teamwork will like win the day and all the rest of it. But that aside, I mean, I've never been one for morals and stuff like that in TV shows. Like, just let me enjoy it. It wasn't that heavy-handed, and boy did obviously save the day after being on his own and figuring out what needed to be figured out. So I'd say it's pretty good, like all around. Um, yeah, I don't really think there's much more to say on that one. Other than if you've enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Lets me know that people are actually enjoying what they're seeing here. And hopefully next week people enjoy it even more because the episode's called The Sixth Hero. And I think we all know what that means. It's time for the Dragon Ranger. See you next time.